QR codes, what are they and how can we use them? I'm Huey Poplock. A QR code or quick response code is a type of matrix barcode or two-dimensional barcode, first designed in 1994 for the automotive industry in Japan. A barcode is a machine-readable optical label that contains information about the item to which it's attached. In practice, QR codes often contain data for a locator, identifier, or a tracker that points to a website or an application. A QR code uses four standardized encoding modes: numeric, alphanumeric, byte and binary, and kanji, to store data efficiently. Extensions may also be used. The quick response system became popular outside the automotive industry due to its fast readability and greater storage capacity compared to the standard UPC barcodes. Applications include product tracking, item identification, time tracking, document management, and general marketing. A QR code consists of black squares arranged in a square grid on a white background, which can be read by imaging devices such as a camera and processed using Reed-Solomon error correction until the image can be appropriately interpreted. The required data is then extracted from the patterns that are present in both horizontal and vertical components of the image. Last week, here on Tech for Seniors, we discussed using QR codes to share with emergency responders. There are various ways in which you could do that, and here are some of them. So, how do we create a QR code? Well, there's some free websites, and when I say free, I have that in quotes. There are some examples of QR stuff, qrcodegenerator.com and goqr.me. QR stuff has several different ways in which you can generate QR codes for various items, as you can see here. Although they do have a free version, if you're going to become a full subscriber, it takes away some limitations. One of that limitation includes scan limits. On the free user, you get 50 scans, and that's it per barcode. I believe it's per month. They don't say, but if I put up a QR code that I generated from there on Tech for Seniors, and we get 100 people in there, and 50 or 60 want to use that QR code, we're going to run out of uses of it. And so that might not be the best way to go, because it's $7.50 to $12 a month, depending upon which plan you choose. But that can get quite expensive if you're only using them occasionally. qrcodegenerator.com also has several different QR codes that you can generate. It's quite easy to use, but they also have a starter package, an advanced, and a professional package. And in this case, you only get 2 codes, or actually in the starter, which is $6 a month. GoQR.me is probably the easiest to use of these. And as you can see, I've generated a code there. And you can actually, then they have tie-ins to getting products using it. And that's one of the ways in which they generate income. However, in Windows, I use the QR code generator in a search in the Windows Store. There were 2 of them. I installed both, and the QR code for Windows doesn't seem to work. But the barcode generator does, and it's very easy to use. Here is the codex, the first one, and I just couldn't make it work. I can't uninstall it. It's just kind of stuck there. The barcode generator, however, gives me 12 different ways or codes under QR code, and then you can actually do UPC codes as well with this generator. but you see I've got some that I've generated, and here's all the ones that I have generated using each of the types of codes that I can generate. So how do we capture a QR code? Well, let's do a demo and take a look on how I did it with my smartphone. We're switching now to my Android phone, which is a Samsung. First, we're going to look at a barcode, and it's a telephone number, and immediately it sets it up so I can call that number. Let's look at the next one, which is a contact. As soon as we see it, it's the information, contact information, then can be added to our phone book. Now we're going to look at a text, and it was just nonsense text, but it was about 2,000 characters in that. Now we've got one of a login to a Wi-Fi network, and just by clicking it, it will then connect. And here's finally a Facebook connection. How do we use a QR code? Once you've created your QR codes, you can download files, print them as sheets of stickers, place in a PowerPoint presentation, place in a flyer, or in a newsletter, or just email them to yourself or someone else. You can generate your own QR code, and then you and your code are sent to print-on-demand websites to add to your QR code to a t-shirt, a coffee cup, a hat, a business card, stickers, and more. You can use a QR code for a menu. Some restaurants may have it. If you own a restaurant, you can create one as a point of contact to get to your menu. And as we mentioned last week, there are a lot of life-saving information via QR codes and different ways to do it. This is one way where you create the QR code, put it on a little device that sits on the end of the band of your watch. There are some unique uses for a QR code. Somebody thought, well, they put their information on a QR code and put "Hire Me" on their graduation cap. There are other uses. This is from Etsy, and you can order various products with QR codes printed on them for information. You can put QR codes in a newsletter. Contactless ordering using a QR code is yet another use of a QR code. Or you can put a link to the playlist for Tech for Seniors as a barcode. So if you have a barcode reader on your phone and you're watching this, if you click that, click your QR reader, you will get the playlist for Tech for Seniors. One final word on QR codes: always check that your QR code works before sharing and using it. I'm Huey Poplock. We've been talking about QR codes, what they are, and how we can use them. Thanks for joining.